welcome everyone once again for another edition of Latrobe GPL 357, where we are a few degrees short of a full circle. It's into round 10 and there is a 6-point buffer now between the top 6 and the rest, but 8 teams straight under that are within a win of making the final. So it is really starting to become a tense and tight competition, and to discuss this we have a wonderful panel here today. Up the end, as always, the man behind the bar, Scotty. G'day, Scotty. G'day, mate. G'day, Tone. And 2 special guests. The first from the Mighty Wanderers, the spiritual leader himself, who has been having a cracking season, Corey Maxwell. G'day, Corey.
Thanks, Chris. Happy to be here, mate.
No worries. And the second is the tallest bugler of all. He is
Big Dave. How did you finish?
I'm on a meaty band this year after what you did to me last year.
What?
Oh, you're out.
He's presently on a media ban. We'll see if we can get him to speak, but the mighty Dave Allender. Hello, Dave. We might struggle to get a word out of him, but I'm sure sometime through the season and through this talk he might be able to say something and give us something. We will, as always, go through the reviews, have a look at some lost degrees out on the course, some questions to pose for our Wanderers man here. We've got one 150 game. Here's the giant, as always, and then we'll run through the tips, guys. So I'll start off with the reviews, and I've got the Mighty Tunners were up against the Vultures, and I tell you, this is there's hard luck stories and then there's hard luck stories. The Vultures have been struggling all season, have come out for 185, but it proved not to be good enough as the Tunners lifted to a massive win. Their 186 total was the equal best of the round, and he's put them 2 points out of the 8, and this may be fantastic for the Tunners. Who have you got there, Corey?
I've got the Ferrets versus All Night Chemists, and they continue their rich vein of form, the Ferrets. They every time I look back at their scores before I did the show, it was 178 thereabouts almost every time. There's a lot to like about them. It's too bad that Timothy Strader's in their team. Do I do the next game?
No. What about you, Scotty?
Yes, I've got the Phoenix and the Buglers, and no surprise here, Buglers go from strength to strength. A good one, a steady 176 is just probably the average for the season, compared to a poor 160. The Phoenix, they're critical loss for them. They need wins, but they were playing probably the best team in the comp, so no surprise there.
Yeah, really good, man. And what about you, Dave? Who have you got there, big fella?
I think he needs a lemonade.
He does, I think he does. I'll do it for him. The Gunners were against the Tritons he was going to talk about, and the Gunners, it's a loss that will sting. They 172 against the Tritons, 180. The draw they got early in the year may prove crucial in the run home to the finals, but the Tritons are back in the top 4 and are building for what will be a great season. As always, we go out into the field of battle, have a bit of a talk to some of the guys out there, and it's amazing what you find out.
Well, here we go. It's the big battle of the family, the Sewers versus the Wood Ducks. Guys, how are we looking? Who's going to win this thing?
I think the Ducks might have man can still beat the young pup.
Oh, going okay.
No, but I don't know how the Ducks are going to go overall.
I think you might be all right, big fella.
I think the Rats might be all right. Not in this group, but overall we should be right, guys.
Good stuff, guys. Keep it going. Now tell me, Rob, the Sewer Rats, they seem to be breaking into this new uniform. When do we get to see you in this get-up?
It'll never happen.
You sure?
Krusty the Clown's got it covered.
Thank goodness he's got this black jacket on. Is it working, Flash?
1 down with 2 to play.
That's all right.
It's working.
Okay. So here we got on the 16th, Robbie Cook at the Wood Ducks. Big fella.
Not having a good day.
Not having a good day?
No.
It's all right.
5 down, I think.
5 down.
Yeah.
Not sure if the captain's going all that good after his 21st last night either.
No, he's not going well as well. I think he said he's about the same.
We've got Matty Sellers, captain, that works the night after your 21st, mate. How are we travelling?
Not great today, mate.
Struggling a bit?
Yeah, we're struggling a bit. It was bad early, but we're
just
coming
got
good
worse?
now. Yeah, it's coming good now.
Jeez,
I'm trying to bring Simon down to my level. It's just not quite working yet.
It's a colourful group.
It is very.
It looked like you were struggling with that there, Scotty. How did the Wood Ducks go? Did they bomb through?
Yeah, well, there was the fact that Matty's 21st, but that probably wasn't the main reason. Look, Matty did struggle, 30 points, which I think my co-host said that's probably average after its 21st. Sorry, that's a pass score as well. But had a lot of players out again. But the Surats are going from strength to strength. They really are. They've played the Buglers already, so they won't be playing them again, which is a bit disappointing. I think they've played all the good sides now. So Surats had a pretty convincing win, 178 to 163. The Wood Ducks have just got to get their players on the field.
They do indeed. Claus, what about yourself, mate?
I've got Wallyworld versus the Corruptibles, and Wallyworld's got the job done here again. Where are they sitting? They are 5th and pretty stiff to be there. You think they're a very consistent team. Had the second top scored again, and they beat the Corruptibles. Sorry, Dads, unfortunately not here today. And their score's not too bad really for them, but obviously Wallyworld too strong.
Yeah, they were, and not a bad score, 173 as, and I've got the Mafia versus your guys. Wanderers, the Mafia put up a good score as well. 175 was challenging. It is a good score, and they're really too good to be last. But they still weren't enough for the Wanderers. They keep on keeping 181, 3 good 37s from the boys, and it really creates a little bit of a buffer for you guys in the run into the finals. Dave, how about you, big fella?
Hide from you, big fella. What? How you?
He does see the world from a different angle than us. There's no doubt up there, but he's saying nothing still. He was going to talk about the Wolfpack in F-Troop, and the Wolfpack one went out of the finals, which is surprising. They still seem a long, long way away though. Right down at 14th, their percentage not helping. Their 164 was an F-Troop. Their up and down season, well, this was an up. The 171 an important win, and they're up into 9th place and breathing into the finals. So Corey, the old Wanderers, mate. No trophies yet in the cabinet. This could be the year. You're just going along beautifully. How do you feel the season's panning out?
Yeah, I feel like we might be getting there. We finally got some contribution from our morning players on Saturday. First time we broke 180. So happy with that. For a while there, I thought our morning boys were sleepwalking around there in the AM, but we had a great contribution from Stewie Inston, 38, the great skipper himself, Kay Roboth, in 37, and Ray Cedric has come alive too. So hopefully we're getting better and better as we go on.
Who do you predict is going to provide you the steal when it gets into the crackers, into the finals, if you make it?
Well, I've been very happy with my draft pick this year with Kevin away during the draft. I've got Big D-Mac on board, and he's been our best, I'd say, absolutely magnificent. Finally now with our morning boys waking up, getting up a little bit early, a bit extra wheeze. I think it could come from Kevin himself, actually.
Yes.
He's got the game. He's just got to believe in himself.
Yeah, and the old Doc's just starting to warm up too, which is good. The other thing, the Forever Wandering newsletter that's coming out, penned by yourself, the spiritual leader, it seems to be working. Beautiful.
Yeah, we're getting there. We've got a lot of passion from Sardinis this year, and it's putting it on the board too. He's got to rocket up a few people's backsides. It's great to have him in our team and getting his voice out there too.
No to call a spade, I reckon.
That's exactly right, mate.
There's no doubt about it. So, all the best, mate. It's proving to be a good season so far, and hopefully you continue on into the finals deep into July.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, we've got a tough run actually. We've got the 3 toppies there in our last 3 rounds virtually.
Well, you could that could make you forge into the top 4 if you knock them all off.
If we can make an inroads there, we're a huge chance.
Exactly. We do have, well, good luck with that. We do have 150 game players from Wallyworld, one of the giants of the competition. It's the 4th Wallyworld to play 150 games, which shows the experience that runs through the side. It's none other than Peter Higgins, premiership player in their 2014 season. He was also part of their Team Survivor 2016, and I think was involved in 8 of their 10 grand final losses. But anyway, he's got plenty of experience, and he joins Wally Scales over to Captain Gibby, the great man, and Chris Kong, all 150 game players. So Wallyworld, as expected, proving to be a giant in the competition through the experience that they bring. So we'll talk about the tips, guys. The Ferrets against the Corruptibles in round 10. This will be interesting to see. As much as I try and encourage Darren, I can't see them knocking over the Ferrets. I seem to be in great form. What about you, Gors? Who do you reckon?
Yeah, Ferrets for me, too good, strong all the way through their list there. Yep.
Scotty?
Yeah, Ferrets continue their great form.
This other one looks a bit of a mixed match. The Mighty Buglers, who are still undefeated on 9 wins, are against the Online Chemists, who still refuse to get out of the bars on Friday night, the young fellas. I can't see the Online Chemists changing this around. The Buglers for me.
Yeah, I think all my chemists have got the same problem the Wood Ducks have got. They're not showing up, which is costing them big time. What do you call it?
Yeah, the Buglers just keep rolling on that. They obviously have a very close relationship with the handicapper. I'd question that, particularly one indeed is absolutely a bandit up one of his handicaps there. Is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, they're too strong.
A little bit of nepotism there, maybe. I don't know, you might be calling your head, you, Dave. You reckon you guys will go all right?
Not saying a word.
Lemonade.
Not saying a word. Wallywill against the Wood Ducks. This was, I thought, was going to be a blockbuster, but the Wood Ducks seem to be falling off the perch a bit. Wallywill continue on. I think the Wallywill will be too strong.
Yeah, indeed, Wallywill for me too. Yeah, they're just very consistent every week.
Yeah, Wallywill actually, the Wood Ducks actually knocked off Wallywill in the first final last year, which was a great win, but the form there, you can't go past Wallywill.
Trident's up against the Phoenix. Trident's just moving into the top 4, looking good. The Phoenix really need something. They did get something from their morning players, and when they get that, they're quite a good side. I wouldn't be surprised if the Phoenix knock over the Trident's in a bit of an upset this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go against you there, Kraz. Trident's, I think, still underrated where they're sitting on the ladder. They're a very good side.
Yeah, Trident's for me. I think they'll know what they'll. Given that the Phoenix are mostly morning players, the Tridents will know their score being all afternoon players and get the job done.
Yeah, right. F-Troop against Surats. F-Troop up and down season against the Surats. The Surats have been really good actually, and I'm expecting to get the Troop this week in a close one actually.
Yeah, same for me. Since Precy's gone, or Grizzly Adams or Tom Hatcham Castaway, take your pick. He's steering that ship absolutely beautifully. Good on you, Precy. Surats for me.
Yeah, well, this will prove how poor the F-Troop are. It's Surats for me.
Oh, yeah, Precy's looking a little bit like that. The Gunners against the Wanderers, a little bit of family conflict here. The Gunners and Wanderers, the Gunners relying a little bit on too few, I think. So I think the Wanderers are getting more out of more of their players. I think the Wanderers might get up in what will be a close one.
Yeah, I think we can do it this week, Kraz. The Gunners have been a bit inconsistent, but like almost any other team in the GPL, they can do anything on their week, but yeah, hopefully we get the chocolates.
Well, look, I actually suggested the Gunners would replace the Wanderers in the 8 last week, so I've got to stick to what I said last week, and the Gunners in an upset.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, it's a big game for your boy, for you guys. Next up, Wolfpack against the Tunners. I was talking to Wolfpack up after Pennant, and they haven't exactly lifted so far. So hopefully they'll get a few more on the park this week, which will make them tough. But the Tunners form, you can't go past it. I think the Tunners might be too good.
Yeah, I agree. Tunners just getting better. I think over the last couple of weeks we were lucky to get a scratch out of draw against them a couple of weeks back. Tunners for me.
Yeah, look, Wolfpack will hopefully not play Dave Engels this week. He was going well after 11, but anyway, that's another story. Tunners have been, look, I said it last week, they've been very unlucky with the scores against. They had a bit of luck this week with a 1 point win, being the side had 185, but I think Tunners are showing good form.
And the last match is the inverse blockbuster, 15th versus 16th, the Mafia versus the Vultures. The Mafia really are too good to be in the wooden spoon position, but the Vultures have the ability to have massive scoring when they do. I think the Mafia might just, through a little bit more consistency, get the job done, but it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, we played the Mafia last week and they're pretty good. I'd say if Evan Gale can finish up his round 2, that'd be a chance. Yeah.
Good point. Yes, that proved very costly with what they had, 170, what was their score last week?
175, no, 61.
And the Vultures, yeah, look, I can't see the Vultures having another 180 score. I'd love to say they could, but I think back nine might have their measure.
Yes, I must admit, that was really tough for them. Well, anyway, guys, we are now in round 10, which means there's 6 rounds to go. We really need to see these teams make a run at the finals. There's 6 points between 7th and 6th, so everyone from 7th to 14th need to get moving right now. Thanks very much for your insightful comments, Corey, and Scotty. Thanks
No worries, Cody.
for bringing it on. And Dave, I'm sure we'll get some mover out of you at some stage through the season.
Good work, Dave.
Yeah.
Nice hearing from you.
Really good hearing from you. So don't forget, if you want to win this thing, you need to turn up and play well. This has been GPL 357, and we'll see you on the weekend.